The loss of a child is about the worst thing anyone could experience in life. I permit me to even go as far as to say it is unnatural even. We all have children with the expectation that they would outlive us. I remember when I lost a cousin early this year. Did when I got to speak with her mom, what she was all she was just complaining was, she's not supposed to die before me. I am not the one that's supposed to bury her. She's supposed to bury me when I finally die, when it's time for me to die. She's supposed to be around me with all of you, her cousins and friends and full crowd for me, and not the other way around. That is really the expectation of every parent. But then the world we live in is imperfect. It is not the design it is supposed to be. Not gonna get into that. But because the world is imperfect, imperfect things happen. And one of the damnedest of them is the loss of a child. Nobody expects it. Nobody thinks it's, yeah, we know it happens. It's sad that the statistics for infant death is one out of, for that stillbirth and infant death is 1 out of every 4 pregnancies. It's really sad. Yeah, we know the statistics, but no one ever thinks there'll be one of those numbered. We never think we'll be numbered. But like I said, it happens. And when it happens, it feels surreal. You, no matter, I am usually gifted with words, but no, I can't describe it. I can't describe the pain. Someone said it's like having your ribs broken. You look fine from the outside, but on the inside, you're shattered. Especially, it's worse when it is infant or pregnancy. A lot of people expect you to just grieve for about a second and move on. It's They find it ridiculous when you are still grieving after a period of time. They put a time frame. Generally, people tend to put a time frame on grief, like, okay, yeah, I can understand you lost someone. So let me say I'm gonna give you a grace period of a month, 2, 3, 4. But after that time, if you're still grieving, they feel like, what the fuck is what was this person doing? You either move on, you either move on or you move on to meet the person. That's not fair. And it's worse if it's a baby. The grace period is probably a week. After a week, you're expected to shake it off, dust your body, move on. A mom said she was told to put on her bigger pants and move on. It has happened. We're told things like, it's in the past, put it in the past where it remains, and where it is, and forge ahead to your future. How do you put the death of a child in your past? It is not in my past. This was my future. How do I now put it in the past? Regardless of when, regardless of how, the loss of a child is the loss of a child. The pain it's all similar, although we all grieve differently. For some persons, picking up new hobbies, getting more social, going out, turning up, is their way to grieve. Other persons will just want to start having me times, uh, stay indoors more, uh, pick up indoor activities, stuff like that. Some persons would throw themselves into their work. Some persons will not even have the will to do anything, and it's fine because there is no right way or wrong way to grieving. Everyone grieves differently. Okay, so this videos is about what you shouldn't say and some of the things you can't say to comfort a grieving parent, especially a mom who's lost a pregnancy or a baby, an infant. Okay, so the very first thing that makes our list is do not tell a grieving parent how to grieve. We've already established that everyone grieves differently. The way I react to pain might not be the way you react to pain, and it's okay. Don't tell anyone how to grieve. Don't tell anyone what to do, what you think they should do, or what they shouldn't do. For you, seeing your baby's picture might not be what you'll be able to deal with. For a parent, for me, it might be all I need to get the strength to move on, to stand up from the bed every morning. It might not be okay for me to talk about my baby at the time, but for you, it might be all you need to grieve. You just want to talk about your baby's life, talk about what he or she meant to you, and that's okay. No one has the right to dictate how another person grieves. I don't, you don't. It's like trying to control a person's life, and we should know that is not. Okay, so why the pain of losing a child might be similar, it hits us all differently. For some persons, it pulls us off our faith, and we just need to take a minute to get ourselves back. For instance, I couldn't pray for a couple of days. I couldn't even listen to anything because it really hits me. And being told that now is the time to connect to church, now is the time to listen to messages, it was making me feel like I was grieving wrong, and that hurts more. But recently, someone I know who, she isn't from my faith, I'm a Christian, she's a Muslim. But I know she's a faithful Muslim. That's what they call a faithful Muslim. She prays a lot. And when she came to condole me, how did they say it? Yeah, when she came to condole me, she told me that was the first time I was hearing that she lost a baby. She lost a baby when she was 1. And she told me that she couldn't pray for a very long time. And that it's okay if I feel that way. I felt validated. Like, oh, yeah, so this happens. That gave me strength to actually start working back on myself. Okay. Now, for some other people, they intensify the times they pray. All they want to do is be with God, and that's okay. Don't tell them that you just lost a baby, you should take a break. Okay. So, yeah, quickly, some of the things you shouldn't say in this category would be things like give out your baby's clothes so you don't see them and cry more. Don't cry too much. Um, don't grieve this way, don't grieve that way. Yeah, that's not really specific. So a specific thing will be saying delete your baby's pictures from your phone. Take down your baby's frame from the walls so it makes people uncomfortable, it makes you hurt more. It will be things like I said while starting this video, it's a thing of the past, it has already happened, leave it in the past to move on. A mom said she was told to get a job so she doesn't think about her baby so much. As someone who barely catches a break, I can assure you that it does not stop the thinking. I am up and about almost 247 and I am thinking. Actually, right now, I am running on almost 24 hours because catching a break makes it worse. But it does not mean that the times I am up and about, I don't think about my baby. I might be doing something and I just want to break down. So no, that's not a cure to a broken heart, because that is what it is. It is the worst form of a broken heart. It's like your heart literally shatters. Okay. Don't tell a mom, I think you should you should go out more. I think you should stay in more, and all of those things. Like I said, this is not just from my own experience. This is from interactions with a lot of beautiful moms, and they permitted me to share. That's why I'm sharing. But then, since I cannot remember all of the things that the statements that were made, I'm going to be dropping some in the comment section. So just go through them. See if one or two of these things are things you've said or things you think you would possibly say to a grieving mom. And if that's it, please do this because it does not provide the comfort you think it provides. Instead, it causes more hurt.